Yo guys, Features Gaming here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today it is another episode of the F1 My Team career mode for the British Grand Prix today, my home race. And to start off with the video, we renew the sponsorships and then we go to the R&D section and we get all recommended R&D upgrades and then a few manual ones as well because it didn't recommend ones that we could get for some reason. And then we had a look through the engine components and then the team facilities and the driver perks. There was nothing that we could get. And we also added some team activities, and then we simulated through the week. And then we actually had a durability department meeting.
We've got an issue with your input on.
So the team wanted to see if our teammate could miss some training to theory test some new ideas. I did pick to agree it. Again, there was no bad points for declining it, but I just thought for our second driver's racecraft to be dropped slightly and a slight discount on the MGUH component, I took it.
You handled that well. Thank you.
So then we simulated through the rest of the week and then we were on to qualifying. So this is my very first lap in qualifying. Now just quickly before we note, when we get into the thing, we're just warming up the tyres. I did actually elect to do a 100% race for the first race of my home Grand Prix. So just to note, I did do a 100% race and you'll see a little bit, of strategy going into, the next part of qualifying. But here, just making sure I get exit out of club here and, making sure that I set up my lap correctly for the British Grand Prix. So into Abbey, just making sure I lift off slightly actually going through that corner, because if you do go full throttle, you can spin out, and making sure I go through there pretty well. Just, making sure I hook that right-hander pretty good. And then, as we go through these few corners and then onto Village, opening DRS as soon as possible to get the straight line speed as much as possible. Brooklyn's quite a tricky braking point here and a very tricky left-hander. You can lock up the front left a little bit, but I didn't manage to do that. Into Luffield right now, and then just making sure that I get a good exit again. You can spin out again going through there, and then making sure I get a good line through Woodcut to set up cops. So just going through the the old start finish straight, making sure that I get a very good exit there out of cops, and then into Maggots and Beckett's, just trying to make sure that I get a good run through here, making sure I get the lines good, because if not then it can really offset you. And then onto the Hangar straights, making sure that I open DRS and getting the best straight line speed as much as possible before the tricky braking point of Stowe. So making sure I again, it's a bit tricky to go through there and hang the apex with the speed you're going, but all good. Then into Vale and Club, just making sure I get a very good line through here, and then just making sure I get Club right. Yep, and then through across the line, and it's actually P3 at the moment. I actually elected to go for another lap, and I think I actually did it on the same tyres as well. I'm not too sure, or I probably did do it on a fresh soft or on some fresh softs. I'm not too sure, but anyway, starting off this lap, making sure that I got a good exit out of club, and then into Abbey, just making sure that I do the exact same thing, not spinning out or anything, and then just making sure I get these couple of corners in, good as well, making sure I can get a good exit onto the Wellington Straight as much as possible through Village, and then onto the Wellington Straight, trying, just be wary of where I need to brake into Brooklands. I do have the racing line on, but I kind of know that I can probably brake it a bit later than the racing line, and obviously I don't use the racing line specifically for where I need to go. A bit of a squirrely on the exit there, but yeah, I don't use the racing line primarily to just know where I need to go. It's just a primarily visual reference of where I need to brake. Cops there was pretty good, and then into Maggots and Beckett's again, just making sure I can get this sequence of corners right. A little bit of a lockup there, I think I heard in the engine, but yeah, through Chapel as well, and then onto the Hangar straight, just making sure I can get a good braking point into Stowe again, as you can lose a lot of time through this section. I think through sector 3 it's really hard to lose time, or really easy to lose time, yeah, I think I did that pretty well, but I didn't actually I didn't need to improve on my lap time, and the reason why I did that, as you'll see, so that was a fresh soft, I do remember. I was in P10 and through, so the reason why I didn't go for another run is because I used the same tyres in Q3, but my teammate Jack Aitken is actually out in Q1 and P18 with a 1:31.203, so he's going to have to make up some position in the race. But on to my first lap in Q2, I'm actually electing to go into the mediums. As I said, I wanted to do that 100% race, so I did really want to start on these mediums. So yeah, making sure I get, you know, some good tire temps up into the car. And the reason why I didn't complete that last lap on these softs is because my second lap that I do in Q2 was done on those new softs, or those like semi-new softs. So then I had 2 fresh softs for Q3 if I need to, you know, go through, you know, if I get through there. But anyway, through Abbey there, just again making sure I get a good line through there, you know, not losing time, or not, you know, trying to, you know, have as little time as possible into this sequence of corners. Again, just trying to make sure that I get this right through Village and then onto the Wellington straight, just making sure I have a pretty good straight down here. Again, just trying to make sure that I brake good into Brooklands. I think that's actually pretty okay through there, through Village as well. Just making sure that I get it very good. Not getting a bit on the exit there, but I do indeed get the... I do indeed get on the power a bit too early. But I just decided, just flashback. We're not really caring about, you know, like doing this, you know, hardcore. I want to, you know, have a fun race there. So yeah, just, you know, retried Village again, and then into Woodcut, and then going down the old start finish straight into Cops, and then just making sure that I get a very good exit there. I was a little bit, you know, twitchy on the rear end, but through Maggots and Beckett's again, just making sure that I get this good. Lost a bit of time through that one, but yeah, you can't really get everything right. But through Chapel and then onto the Hangar straight. Again, just trying to make sure that I hook Stowe up pretty well. So yeah, go through there. It's okay through there, I think. But yeah, then braking into Vale and Club. Just making sure that I get a good line through there. And that was through the, you know, to the start finish straight in P3 actually. No, P2, sorry. And I did go again. I knew that there was time to be found, but at the same time I did want to start on the medium, so just trying to get, you know, a lot of tire temps into these softs. I was actually in P6, so I was actually still through into Q3, despite my time thinking that I could, you know, get a lot of time. So yeah, my second lap in Q2, going through Abbey, just trying to make sure that I get a very good line through there, and then again into this, you know, sequence of corners, just trying to make sure that I get the best line possible, or as, you know, the best line possible that I can. I'm still right on my Delta actually. I do improve it though, going through there, through Village and onto the Wellington straight. Again, just trying to, you know, get Brooklands and Luffield all correct, you know, at the start of Sector 2. Actually right on my Delta now. But yeah, through Village, I gain a bit of time through there, and actually a lot of time, you know, going through there, but then I just lose it. So yeah, going through Woodcut here, can I get a good exit going out of Cops? Let's see. But yeah, we're not improving on our Delta. But I think it was Maggots and Beckett's was the real, you know, like time to be gained there. So that's where we are now, into Maggots and Beckett's. And as you can see, through that left-hander, I just gained a lot of time. 3/10 now up on my Delta. Onto the Hangar straight, can I, you know, keep this in the lines in Stowe? You know, with the speed that you are carrying. So I know I can definitely improve, but I am actually still in P8. I did keep it in through Stowe, and then on into Vale and Club. And here I just backed out the throttle because I really wanted to start on the mediums, and there was no one behind me, so I just decided to, you know, just slow down, complete this lap. I didn't want to, you know, start on the softs. I wanted to start on the mediums. So I am through into Q3 for my home Grand Prix, which is excellent. And as you can see, starting on the mediums with a 129.1, so into Q3. So this is my first lap in Q3. So I do have 2 new sets of softs from, you know, the strategical, you know, like thing, you know, I was thinking in my head at the start of the thing. So yeah, a little bit twitchy through Vale there, but through Club I think that was pretty good. So yeah, getting this very good speed here through Abbey, making sure I keep it all good, clean. And then through the sequence of corners, again, just trying to make sure that I don't lose too much time. Just making sure I can gain the most amount of time possible. Yeah, through Village and then onto the Wellington Straits, making sure that I don't lose too much time. Just trying to make sure that I get a very, very good line hit through here. Into Brooklands, keeping it left a little bit wide there and a little bit off the track as well. Into Luffield, and they're just trying to make sure that I get the, you know, Woodcut and well, basically just, you know, this section right. So through Woodcut, I knew that there was time to be gained just from this first lap, so I knew that I, you know, would need to go out for another lap or just to improve my positioning, really. Through Cops there, that was actually a pretty good, you know, line through Cops. I mean, could have been a bit more cleaner through there. Into Maggots and Beckett's, just making sure that I can get this pretty good, which I think I do pretty well through there. And then opening DRS for the Hangar Straits. And then hopefully Stowe goes well. And then again into Vale and Club as well. So coming through this straight, braking there into Stowe. Can I keep it in the lines? They go a little bit wide on, you know, don't get the apex. A little bit wide on the exit, but I think I was still in the lines. I mean, we're, you know, on regular corner cutting anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered. Into Vale and Club, can I keep this? Good. I think I do. Plant the power, not too much. And that is P6. And like, I was thinking, yeah, I can definitely improve on that time. So on to the final lap of Q3 before the race. So just making sure that I am hooking up a really good lap for my final lap in Q3 and the final lap of qualifying. So through Club we go. Onto the straight. Are we going to get Abbey right? We do. Nice through there. Up on the Delta. That is, you know, crucial. Into the sequence of corners. Good through there. And I just lose the car. So once again, I just go and flashback the entire thing. So I did start it from the lap, so I guess it wasn't considerably cheating, as I did start it from the, you know, the start of the lap, but still. Through Abbey was good, and then through these sequence of corners, just trying to, you know, get green on the Delta. Good line through there, and then onto Village, and then onto the Wellington Straits. Just making sure that I get the car good, and I am actually 1.5 seconds up on my Delta, 1.7 now, 1.8, going up all the time. Can I get a better line through Brooklands and get, you know, very good on my Delta? I do. Into Luffield. Can I get, you know, even, you know, quicker? I am about 4 tenths up on my Delta, 5 tenths now. Can I get a good, you know, the good line through here, through the, you know, Old Star finish straight? Can I get a good line through Cops? Again, a little lift off there. Again, it could have been a bit clean, but still 6 tenths up on my Delta, which is crucial. Into Baggett's and Beckett's, making sure that I get this, you know, sequence of corners good. Drop down 2 gears there, drop down another gear for the right hand of Chapel, and then onto the very long Hangar Straight before Stowe, making sure you get Stowe, crucial. 5.9 seconds up on my Delta. This is looking to be a very good lap. I am actually currently in P10, so I am going to be starting in P10 if I don't improve, but, you know, is it suing? It is going to be a good improvement, but I do go wide there, but I was on regular corner cutting, so not too much time gained through there. I think I actually lost a bit of time, but still, it's going through the final corner, and yeah, again, I just couldn't be bothered to, you know, start from the back and just lose my time. So yeah, just, you know, making sure I get Vale and Club, you know, do it again. So yeah, going through there. Can I improve on the Delta? I do by quite a margin, P7. And we're going to be starting P7 for my home Grand Prix with a 128.6. So I think now we will go on to the race and see what happens.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone Circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. And it's an absolute pleasure to be joined once again by Anthony Davidson. Why don't we discuss McLaren? What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Norris, Daniel Ricciardo and Sainz, Wilson, Leclerc, Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Kimi Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, Stroll, Verstappen, George Russell and Jack Aitken, Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Mazepin and Sebastian Vettel starts from the back of the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we go for the 100% race around Silverstone. Five red lights are out and away we go. And I think I get a pretty good start there in P7. And I think I was just, just making sure that I keep it clean through Abbey, through there. I was actually on the inside of Tsunoda there, so just making sure I don't cause any contact through there. And they're just making sure I keep it clean for these first few laps. Just making sure that, I give everyone a lot of space. And just making sure that I get through safely. And then I can start battling with other drivers. So yeah, just making sure I get through there quite good. Tsunoda was actually gaining me through the Wellington Straight. And there's actually having a look down the inside. And I just, try and spot the braking point, and, as best as I can into Brooklands and keep ahead going into Luffield right now. So this first lap was quite, I guess, it was a little bit chaotic, but not as chaotic as some other races, I've done in this series. Yeah, it was quite okay, I guess. Into Cops there. Tsunoda actually getting, past me on the inside there, and actually Charles Leclerc, sorry, having a go on me down the inside there, and they both get past me. So yeah, losing 2 positions in the first lap, not good. But I knew that I'd probably have the speed through the Hangar Straight. Can I do anything on Charles Leclerc? Sorry, I keep saying Carlos Sainz. Can I try anything on Charles Leclerc going down the Hangar Straight? I have a look down the inside there, but I can't do anything. But what about into Vale and Club? Can I do anything through? I mean, I got a pretty good exit through, so when I go down inside there of Charles Leclerc into Vale, can I keep it on the outside of Club and get past Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari? I do have a very good exit. Can I get this stick? And yes, I do, going on to the start to finish straight. So I do get past Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, and now trying to chase down Yuki Tsunoda, just making sure I have a pretty good exit through Abbey and trying my chase. Now on to lap 2. So going through Cops there, and again, I just get it too wide coming through Cops, and Charles Leclerc gets past me once again. I need to work on that corner. I think I do indeed spot these, sweet spot going through Cops there, but going through Maggots and Beckett's, can I get a good exit through Chapel and try and get past Charles Leclerc once again in the Ferrari? Coming down the Hangar Straight, can I do anything? I look down the inside, I brake later into Stowe. Can I get it stick? Yes, I do, and I stay ahead of him. So now once again I try and chase down Yuki Tsunoda, but through Vale and Club. Is Charles Leclerc anywhere there on my inside? I don't think they are, and I do indeed keep ahead of the Ferrari, as you can see there just in the background there. So as we advance through the race onto lap 3, again going through Cops, is this going to be the same as the previous through few laps? Yes, it is. I need to work on that, that corner, as much as I can, but just like last time, can I get a good line through Maggots and Beckett's and, Chapel, and get a good, a good run on Charles Leclerc down the Hangar Straight? Can I do what I've done on the previous few laps? I am gaining all the time. I'm gaining. I elect to go onto the outside through Stowe. What can I do? Brake later, turn in, and I just about get past the Ferrari before the turn in. Now, onto lap 4. Is this going to be deja vu once again, going through there? I mean, Charles Leclerc isn't as close as they were before, and we actually go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. I mean, that just wasn't going to work. Someone was going to have to yield, and I wasn't going to yield through that, so, that was Charles Leclerc that was going to have to yield through there. Now, on to lap 5. Is the same thing going to happen? Is Charles Leclerc going to get past me? I just cannot find the sweet spot through that corner yet. Charles Leclerc does elect to go down the outside there, and again, we were going to go side by side, and I was just like, I'm not going to yield. Charles Leclerc, you need to get out of here. And indeed they do. So, yeah, I managed to retain my P8 once again. Now on to lap 6. Charles Leclerc is much closer than he has been for the previous couple of laps. Is it going to be the same thing? And I think, once again, it's going to be the same thing. Honestly, the amount of laps of battling we are having here is just insane. Also, guys, if you do want to watch this entire race replay without any commentary, there is a link to it in the description. So yeah, make sure you go ahead and watch that if you want to watch the entire race replay. Charles Leclerc here though, going through cops once again. It likes to go down my inside this time, and again, I just make sure that I just, get the elbows out and, just shove him out. But now we are actually spectating Sergio Perez on lap 10 of this British Grand Prix. What's going to happen to Sergio Perez? They're in the lead at the moment. So what's going to happen? They slow down and they are going to retire from an engine failure, which is honestly so heartbreaking to see because Sergio Perez was leading and is, now just retired due to an engine failure. But now, coming up the hangar straight, Charles Leclerc much closer to me. It likes to go down my outside. Max Verstappen there in the background actually getting into it as well. But I just keep my line through so and manage to keep ahead of Charles Leclerc. Now, through cops, I think that is, going into Magnussen Beckett, Charles Leclerc electing to go down my outside. You can see that right wheel there just for a split second, and again we stay ahead of Charles Leclerc. That was not the best camera angle to see, but I am staying ahead of Charles Leclerc for the time being. And again, coming through cops on lap 12, Max Verstappen there actually now having a look at it, and I think we are about to go 3 wide into there. That was not going to happen, and I think Max Verstappen came off worse there. I didn't even know Max Verstappen was there. But yeah, again, retaining my P7. Max Verstappen now down the inside, and Max Verstappen's going to get past me there through cops. And I think Max Verstappen just demonstrating there what Lewis Hamilton should have done through the real life British Grand Prix there. But yeah, Max Verstappen now passed me, and I am now back down into P8 and now trying to defend off Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari like I have been doing for like the previous 14 laps we've been, racing so far. But actually, I do have a run through here on the hangar straight. Can I try anything on Max Verstappen? No, I don't. But I was actually just trying to keep with Max Verstappen because I knew Yuki Tsunoda was just ahead and I wanted to try and get past Yuki Tsunoda. But hey, I have a look down the inside of Max Verstappen there through Valent Club. Can I do anything? Can I actually get past my Max Verstappen there? But no, I actually go wide there and I actually lose the position to Charles Leclerc as well, I think. But through Abbey, I think I just get my elbows out and just, say, no, I'm having this place back. But going through into lap 17, I'm much closer to Yuki Tsunoda now. Charles Leclerc must have disappeared somewhere. I think they actually pitted maybe, and I go down the inside of Yuki Tsunoda there into Vale. And Yuki Tsunoda just stays ahead. But can I do anything going into Abbey? Can I do anything? Can I do anything? I'm not even past him, and I don't think, I'm too far back to try anything into Abbey anyway. But anyway, here, I think we are going through Luffield right now. And again, I'm just trying to, go down the outside there of Yuki Tsunoda. I get a little bit twitchy there on the rear end, but I managed to keep with him. Couldn't try anything into cops though, but onto the hangar straight on lap 18. I elect to go down the outside, and I think I pretty much get the move done even before we get into the breaking point of Stowe. So yeah, me there into P7 where I started. Now we are actually spectating Esteban Ocon going through Magnussen Beckett on lap 20. What's going to happen to Esteban Ocon? Are they going to retire as well? They are looking pretty good through Magnussen Beckett, going through Chapel there, and just through there, they start to slow down. And there's a bit of a puff of smoke there, and indeed, they are going to retire on lap 20, running in P10. So once again, a little bit, not good to see that because, they were having a good race as well and they just park it on the inside of Stowe. Probably not the safest place to park it there, but, them retiring out of the race nonetheless. But anyway, now back to me in P6, trying to actually chase down Daniel Ricciardo, but me getting past the back marker there of Nikita Mazepin, I do believe. Yep, that's passed. Now me in P2 actually on lap 28, me getting past another Haas of Mick Schumacher, I think that is. And yeah, me just passing a few back markers there. Lap 29, I think that was me getting past someone else. Oh no, wait, this is me getting past my teammate actually. So my teammate actually up into P17, so they've made up one position so far in the race, but it would be nice if they, got up a bit more. Now, me actually in first place at the moment, but that's just because I haven't pitted at all on lap 29, and I actually now elect to go into the pits. And, I could run very, hard on those mediums for nearly 30 laps. I actually just speed this up because I'm not going to, make you watch through the entire pit lane thing because, it's a very long pit lane here at Silverstone. So, yeah, now onto the soft tyres for the final 23 laps, I think, of this race we still got left to go. So, yeah, onto a fresh set of softs. Can these tyres last? Actually, I think they were slightly used. Only slightly, though. Not much. Like, I think they were like on 2% or something. So yeah, they were a little bit worn, but that's still fine. Getting a little bit squirrely there on the exit, going out of the exit there. But yeah, me back into the race in P7. Now onto lap 31. Me getting past a back marker of Nikita Mazepin, I do believe, once there, you know, there again. And now me getting past another back marker of Nicholas Latifi, I think, now in the Williams. Yes, that is Nicholas Latifi. So, you know, get that done on the on the old start finish straight, going through there, and me pass through before cops. And now me getting past another back marker of Mick Schumacher in the Haas once again. So, you know, just making sure that, they move over safely, which they do, just before Village. And honestly, it's not an F1 My Team career mode if we don't have this aerial shot at least once in a race replay. So yeah, just look at this beauty, this absolute beauty of a circuit. Honestly, I love Silverstone so much. My home Grand Prix, it's so nice. And yeah, you can see me there, you know, trying to chase down my own teammate there, Jack Aitken, which I think I actually managed to do going through here. They actually, you know, yeah, they move out of the way just before cops, and that's me past my teammates. And now me trying to chase down Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. And on lap 39 now, a few laps just, you know, left to go. I am caught up to the Ferrari. Can I do anything down the Wellington Straight? I mean, are we gaining? We are gaining. DRS is wide open. I think I enable overtake. Look down the insides there, and I'm, you know, not close enough, so I back out of there and, you know, spot another, you know, opportunity to try and get them. Can I do anything, you know, maybe try and going into cops? I mean, I think now I got cops pretty much nailed down, you know, like where I need to go, and I think I just like downshifted a bit. But yeah, I was just getting past the, you know, back marker of George Russell there. I didn't try anything into cops, but yeah, George Russell moving out, and then I just follow Carlos Sainz through. It's quite hilarious, but yeah. Going through Maggots and Beckett's, can I do anything going on to the hangar straight? Can I do anything on the Ferrari? They're getting a bit on the grass there, but yeah, enable overtake, DRS open. Can I do anything on the Ferrari? I elect to go down the inside. Is there space? Yes, there is, and I just get that done on lap 39 and up into P6. What a race I am having, I must say. Now I'm trying to chase down Daniel Ricciardo, which is like 14 seconds ahead of me. Me there getting past the back marker of Kimi Räikkönen, I think. And then me going through cops here and getting past another back marker of Lance Stroll there. And then me going through there and getting past another back marker of Antonio Giovinazzi. The next one up ahead is Sebastian Vettel, but I don't think I catch up to Sebastian Vettel. Me lapping, I think that was Nikita Mazepin yet again. So I'm 2 laps ahead of Mazepin on lap 51. And now we're actually going on to the final lap. So I was actually gaining on the pack ahead. I'm in P6, and we're just going to watch this final lap in all of its glory. The final lap of this 100% race. And honestly, I did enjoy this race. It has been a bit of a, you know, a bit of an effort to edit this. But yeah, we're just going to watch this final lap in all of its glory around the beautiful Silverstone circuit. Me running in P6, my first home Grand Prix, 100% race. And honestly, I love this track so much. It's so good to, you know, like drive. I mean, there are a few corners that you need to, you know, be wary on this track, but once you hook up a great lap, it is fantastic. Max Verstappen there as well on P2. I think he ran on the softs for like 32 laps or something, which is absolutely mental. Actually, no, it was like 28 laps, and then they ran on the mediums for the rest of the race. So yeah, still to do 28 laps on the soft tyres around here is quite extraordinary to do that. But yeah, me going through Maggots and Beckett's here, just making sure that I get this, you know, good as well. And I think I actually get a trick through Maggots and Beckett's, you know, like make sure that I get a good line through there as well. You know, like, you know, keep up the speed. And then going through the hangar straight into Stowe again. Once you do a 100% race, like, you should know the circuit pretty well afterwards. So yeah, me actually getting wide there on Stowe. But honestly, even though I was loving this track, you know, I was getting a little bit tired. You know, like 100 laps, 52 laps around Silverstone is not an easy challenge. But yeah, I still love this. Anyway, and then yeah, that's me through to the finish, and yeah, finished P6 in my first ever home Grand Prix. Now, I didn't actually manage to get the end animation that would normally happen. However, this is the only thing I got from the end of the race.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
So here is the race rundown of the race. So Lewis Hamilton obviously winning the home Grand Prix, his home Grand Prix, followed by Max Verstappen in P2, and then Lando Norris in the McLaren finishing P3 there. And as you can see, Max Verstappen started in 16th, definitely the driver of the day for me. Daniel Ricciardo there in the system McLaren in P4, followed by Valtteri Bottas in the system Mercedes in P5. So not on par with his teammate. Me there in P6 in my car. Started P7, so gained one position. Carlos Sainz there in the Ferrari finished P7, and then Charles Leclerc in the other Ferrari in P8 there. Yuki Tsunoda finished in 9th position in the AlphaTauri. Pierre Gasly in the sister AlphaTauri finished in P10. Fernando Alonso there in the Alpine finished 11th, followed by Sebastian Vettel in the Aston Martin in P12 there. Who actually started last, so they made a lot of positions in the race. Giovinazzi in the Alfa Romeo finished P13, followed by Lance Stroll at the Aston Martin there. Kimi Raikkonen in P15 in the Alfa Romeo, followed by George Russell in the Williams in P16. Then followed by my teammates Jack Aitken in P17, sorry, so they did make a position in the race there. Mick Schumacher is in P18 in the Haas, followed by Nicholas Latifi in the Williams in P19. Last of the running, or actually no, Nikita Mazepin is the last of the running. 2 laps though down, and then Esteban Ocon and Sergio Perez, who DNF'd out of the race sadly. But that's going to be the end of this episode of the F1 My Team Career Mode. Make sure you leave a like if you did enjoy it, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.